Welcome back. In this one, I'll be going over the legal pages that every website should have. Now, before I go into this, I just want to give a quick disclaimer, and that is that I am not a qualified legal expert by any means whatsoever. So if you are unsure about anything or you want specific legal advice, then I recommend you reach out to a legal expert. What I am going to be doing in this video is simply running through what I do on all of my affiliate sites. However, like I said, if you're unsure or you want further advice, then I recommend reaching out to a legal expert. Now, I do have to just say that just to make sure I cover myself, but let me walk you through the first page, which you should be having, and that is an affiliate disclaimer page. There's actually two parts involved with this, or three if you can, all of them. But what I like to do is at the top of my content, put in an affiliate disclaimer, which basically tells people that this site contains affiliate links to products and we may receive a commission for purchases made through these links. Then I put a link to learn more. That learn more button, when clicked, will link to a dedicated disclaimer page where I go through all the details of my affiliate disclaimer. The majority of you watching this video, I assume, will be using Amazon Affiliates program. So this is the actual disclaimer that you'll need to show on your website. It says website name, of course, you'd replace that with your website name, is a participant in the Amazon Services LLC Associates program, an affiliate advertising program designed to provide a means for sites to earn advertising fees by advertising and linking to Amazon.com. Amazon, the Amazon logo, Amazon Supply, and the Amazon Supply logo are trademarks of Amazon.com, Inc. or its affiliates. So it's quite a mouthful, which is why I don't actually put this whole thing at the top of my content. I just give people a quick snippet and to give them a heads up. Now, some people will say, well, why would I put this on my content at the top of the page? Well, number one is because you legally have to do this. And number two, it actually helps build trust with the users if you're upfront about this being an affiliate site. If you try and hide that and someone finds it out, well, it's going to go against you. So I recommend you have a quick snippet at the top of all of your pages which contain affiliate links, and then build out a dedicated disclaimer page where you have all of the descriptions. What I also do as kind of extra peace of mind is I also include this disclaimer, this one you see right here, in the footer of my website, as footers are site-wide, meaning when you put this in the footer, it automatically gets added to every page on your website. So let me show you how you can do that now. So this is obviously the website, how it looks at the moment. If you scroll down to the footer, you can see we've got a few different options. You've got like one section here, another section, a third section, and a full section. So what I'm going to do is replace the content you see here and put in that affiliate disclaimer. So to do that, you want to go into the back end of your website, go down to appearance, and then go to widgets. And I'm going to go for this one right here, footer 1. If I expand this text box, just to make sure it is the right one, Rehub is a modern all-in-one price comparison. Is that what it says on the front end of the website? Rehub is a modern all-in-one price comparison. So this is just me checking, make sure I'm editing the right one and I'm not editing some text over here. I'm going to simply go ahead and delete all of that text and paste in my affiliate disclaimer. Go ahead and click save. If I now go back over to my website and visit it, scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can now see I've got my disclaimer right here, and no matter what page I go on, this is always going to be visible. The second legal page you're going to want to make sure you have on your website is your website's terms and conditions. You have a few different options you can use to come up with your terms and conditions. You can, number one, use a free template generator, which is what I use all the time. Or number two, you can get inspiration from another website. Notice how I didn't say directly copy another website. You definitely want to tweak it a little bit to make sure it suits your website. Or number three, you can pay for a professional one. Now, I always recommend you go for option one, use a free template generator. And the reason being is, remember, you are literally just starting out your affiliate website. You're not going to be getting any traffic or ranking for anything right out of the get-go. So I personally wouldn't spend too much time or money making sure you have the best terms and conditions out there in the world. You can use a free template for now, and as you start to build traffic and revenue, go ahead, revisit it, maybe pay for a professional one later on down the line, which is exactly what I do. So let me show you the free template generator I use. I will include a link to it in the resources, of course. It's this one right here, termsandconditionsgenerator.com. You simply go over to the website, enter in your company name. If you don't have a registered company, as you most likely won't, just enter in your website's name. So I'll go for Cutting HQ. Your website name, again, same thing as before, Cutting HQ. Your website URL, so I'll go back to my website, copy it, and then paste that in like so. Then click next. Let's go to country now. Let's go for United States, as that is a country I am targeting. United States right here, and it doesn't really matter what state I go for, as long as I have the US selected. That is the main thing. Enter in my email address. And then once you've done that, simply click generate my terms and conditions. And just like that, you've now generated your terms and conditions. You can read all of it here if you wish, and of course make any changes if you need. So what I recommend you do is you download your terms and conditions by copying it to the clipboard, and then you want to go over to your website, go to pages, add a new page, and you've guessed it, we're going to create a new page for our terms and conditions. Let's go and add a new block, and what we want to do is go for a HTML block, custom HTML. The reason why we're going for HTML is because when we copied it, you can see it's in a HTML format. It's got H2, it's got paragraph, so it's follow the same format. Paste it in like so, and then you want to click this icon right here, convert to blocks, and here you have it. Here is our terms and conditions. And as you can see, we've got it in here twice. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that one as it's not needed. Then once you're happy, go ahead and publish. Moving on to the next page, which is your privacy policy. This is pretty much exactly the same as your terms and conditions. You can use a free template generator again, or you can get inspiration from another affiliate website. Or lastly, you can pay for a professional one as well. So exactly the same advice applies here. And once again, let me show you what I use for my privacy policy generator, which is this website right here, privacypolicygenerator.info. Exactly the same process. Enter in your company names. I'll go for Cutting HQ. My website's called Cutting HQ, and I'll take the URL. Let's go for here, and then paste that in like so. Click next. Do you use cookies on your website? Yes, we do. We're going to have Google Analytics installed on it very shortly. Do you show advertising through Google AdSense? No, we don't. Do you show advertising from third parties except Google? No, we don't. Next, country selection again. I'll go for United States. Any state, it doesn't really matter. And my email address. And then click generate my privacy policy. Then go ahead and add it to your site just as we done before. And just like that, we have our privacy policy on our website too. So I've actually got the URL structure of privacy policy -2. That is because my theme already has a privacy policy, so I can't have the exact same URL. You most likely will have the same issue too. So what you will need to do is find your initial privacy policy, delete it, and then it will allow you to go for privacy-policy. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm in my pages. I've searched for the word privacy, and you can see we've got quite a few pages here. So this is actually the one I've just created, so I don't need these two. So what I'm gonna do is select them, move them to trash, apply, then go back into my page, click edit page, and now I'll be able to take off that dash and that 2 at the end. And there we go, that's now all resolved. If you do not want to use these free generators online, then this is the website I recommend you use. It's called app.privacypolicy.com. I will link to this in the resources as well, but this is a really good solution which is custom to your specific business and website, and it is a paid solution. I believe the prices are around $60 per one you generate, but nevertheless, this is a solid option for those who would rather pay. And finally, before we end this video, just a note on if you are based within the EU, you will need a GDPR policy on your website as well. So you can find one with not too much hard work. Just simply go over to Google, type in free GDPR website generator, and you'll see there are loads on page 1 that you can use, generate and get added to your website. The same applies here. If you want the premium option, then obviously use privacy policies. That wraps up this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.